What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome back to the Okanagan Wrestling Review. I'm Ralph Waters. Joining me now is a veteran of the Squared Circle, Tony Kozina. Tony, thank you so much for joining me today, making time to speak with me. Guys, we're in Kamloops right now for Thrash Wrestling's Anarchy Enabled. This is actually your first time. This is your debut for Thrash Wrestling.
Yes.
So and we were just discussing this is you haven't actually wrestled here since for about 20 years.
Close to it. It was either 1999 or 2000 when ECCW. We did a couple shows up here. One of those years.
Yeah. So about 20 years since the last time you came here. Kamloops is an awesome place for wrestling. They're eating up the thrash right now. This is going to be a really good night.
That's what I'm hearing.
Tonight, debut match with Tony Kozina. Obviously, this isn't your first time around, but you will be taking on the Bomber, Braden Goss, tonight, which is one of the finest wrestlers around in the Okanagan, at least. So I'm sure he's going to put on a good show with you, and I'm sure he's going to learn a thing or two as well. This is your last match of 2019, not only in Canada, but worldwide. You're not wrestling again after tonight?
Well, I don't know about that. In North America, this will be
Oh, I'm sorry, North America. Yeah.
Yeah, this will be my last in 2019, unless something around Christmas rolls around. But I'm not, counting on that, but never say never.
Yeah.
Next, well, let's see, it's about a week. What is today, Friday?
Today's Friday?
All right,
yeah.
Well then 1 week from today, I'll be on a jet aeroplane headed to New Zealand to Fale Dojo.
Fale Dojo. You're a trainer there?
Head trainer.
Head trainer for the Fale Dojo in New Zealand. If you guys don't know what the Fale Dojo is, it is owned, operated by Bad Luck Fale, who is one of the original Bullet Club members out of New Japan Pro Wrestling. So fantastic. Speaking of that, you've actually had a New Japan match this year. Most of the wrestlers that you're training are going to go to compete or try out with New Japan. Is that right?
What we are is a gateway to the New Japan Dojo and to New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, if you want to get into New Japan, if that's your goal, you can come to Fale Dojo. We prep you, the office, the New Japan office. We have a camera stationary watching all the workouts.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's cool.
They see, they watch, and they choose who they want, him, or whatever. And I've had, since last June when I started, so over a year ago, I've had, I don't know, 6, 7 guys go on to the New Japan Dojo, and you're talking about my debut June 30th in Sydney, Australia, for the New Japan shows down there.
Right. I
had 3 wrestlers that I trained just this year go straight to those shows.
Nice. Wow. It's amazing.
2 more were on them. 2 more were on the Australian tour that had done Fale Dojo, and then New Japan put through their dojo.
Yeah.
And then there was 2 more that didn't do the shows because New Japan wanted them when we were done training at the, I can't even remember what the heck it was. At May, they said, nope, those 2 are coming to our dojo. So they
got drafted into New Japan.
They took right, and they're finishing up the New Japan dojo right now.
Nice.
So, and then one of my guys, Michael Richards, and he's wrestled around New Zealand for a handful of years before.
Yeah.
He went through my intake. New Japan put him through the dojo. Now he's in Japan as part of the Young Lions Cup. So he's the first wrestler that went through the entire circuit, now is touring with New Japan.
That's amazing. So, and you guys kind of, because of Bad Luck Fale's, history with New Japan, that's kind of it's like the door. That's how the door is. That's the connection there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's awesome.
He's been with the company, close to a decade, if you consider the time that he spent going through their dojo, and then they sent him to us in St. Louis to work with Davey Richards and I, and Kyle O'Reilly, back in the day. And he spent a year with us, and then went back to Japan, and that was that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think the Bullet Club was formed in 2013, and he was one of the founding guys. If for history, anyways. That's awesome. Well, that's great that you're heading back there. Congratulations that it's so successful as far as you're being a head trainer with the Fale Dojo. That's awesome. That
we are building our reputation with every intake, and if anybody has interest, faledojo.com. We break it down right there on the website.
Yeah. So, I see. I've actually been to the website recently. Yeah.
So I think not this Monday, but next Monday. I think it's the 16th of September. That's the last intake of 2019.
Right.
I'll be leading the charge, and I'll be there for 3 months. Come back.
You're not coming back till 2020.
I'll come back mid-December.
Oh.
And then I'll go back in February.
Back again. Looking back, you've had a career 30 years.
Good God, I'm not that old, boy.
Well,
I'm a young man.
Jesus. Well, I thought you were up there with Black Dragon. I thought you might have been celebrating your 30 years here as he has been, as Brett has been. Hey, listen, going back in time here, who was your inspiration to get into professional wrestling?
Man, it was the entire Crockett NWA.
Yeah.
It was the blood and gut, and growing up watching Portland wrestling, which was pretty similar.
Yeah.
If you're looking at, my first memories were Jesse Ventura and Playboy Buddy Rose in Portland, and my first vivid memory was Jesse Ventura turning on Buddy Rose, and he'd had enough of Rose being just such a dirty heel.
Yeah.
Turned on him. My God, he just hit his friend, and I quietly liked the bad guy. He's a little 5-year-old or 6-year-old. But when that happened, I was like, Dad, can we go? Because now next Saturday night they're going to fight. Dad, can we go? And that was, oh my God, and then there was blood, and I just...
Nice. So,
but, Flair.
Yeah.
Bret Hart.
Yeah.
I always say my top 3 that were just inspirational in different ways. Flair, Bret Hart, and Terry Funk.
Yeah. That's awesome. And you were saying that the NWA, it kind of was your inspiration. We're talking. You ended up like one of your greatest accomplishments, 6-time junior heavyweight NWA junior heavyweight world champion.
No, 6-time Pacific Northwest.
Oh, Pacific Northwest. I'm sorry.
But
Yeah,
I kind
that's
of
right.
burned. If you want to, it's not the right term, but if you want to say I used the NWA to build my name, but it at the time it's such a wonderful, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I went from the Northwest belt, and then I asked the promoter, hey, I want to challenge for the Canadian junior heavyweight title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I thought, man, 6 times, one of these times I'm going to lose this belt, I'm never going to get it back.
Yeah. Well, there was a time when you almost lost it to Black Dragon, actually. And that was in
that was a world. I went on after the Canadian belt. As soon as I won my first Canadian belt, I want the world title. I want the world champion. Yeah. And eventually, a year later, I did.
Yeah.
And then when I came home, they said, "Hey, there's this guy we're bringing out. He broke in with whatever Lance Storm and Jericho, and Dr. Luther, and I had never. It was all new to me because I didn't know much about the Canadian scene out of Calgary.
Yeah. Right.
So
a hot spot for sure.
In comes this badass under a mask, and I thought. And they're like, he fought with Ultimo Dragon in Japan. I was like, okay. And so that was it. The rivalry was on, and we never saw eye to eye. Like, never. Because it was that, oh, you're the top guy, and it's like, oh, you're the one, you're the legendary Black Dragon. I don't give a shit who you are.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's that friendly rivalry. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. And you guys are both here tonight, and who knows what'll happen, right? Like, I mean, you never know. There could be a rivalry. I don't know, but maybe you guys. We'll see what happens. Listen, have you watched much AEW? Is that something? Do you watch wrestling, or are you just not you're not so much a watching fan?
New Japan a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw Cody versus Dustin, which was phenomenal. It's a fight to the death.
Fucking great match.
Professional wrestling is supposed to be. The rest,
bloody as hell. Holy smokes.
Just a fight.
Yeah.
Just a fighting with heart.
Yeah. No, that was great. That was fantastic. You bet.
That was every bit you could have taken that out of 2019 and inserted it into 1985.
Yeah.
And it could have been on the Starrcade or the Great American Bash, or would have fit perfectly.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Know? And that's what I grew up watching, and then that's all.
Yeah.
You know, the New Japan when I can catch it.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. No, it's wrestling's in a renaissance right now, is what I've been saying, because it's getting bigger and bigger, more and more fans, more and more promotions are coming up, and things are getting bigger. That's my opinion, and this is my show. So, listen, this is my show, Tony. Listen, Tony, thank you so much. We're about to, the doors are about to open here at Anarchy Enabled, Thrash Wrestling's Anarchy Enabled here in Kamloops, BC. I know we got to get you back in there. There's people wanting to buy your stuff. Couple quick things. Next weekend, Big West presents Snow Day featuring Al Snow. That will be in Kelowna September 13th. At the Rutland Centennial Hall. The following night, Thrash Wrestling will be in Penticton for the first ever Thrash's first ever all-women's tournament. It's called Revolution BC, and it is for a brand new title, the BC Interior Championship. It is replacing the Okanagan Interior Championship, or as the Vixen Jade like to call it, Oki. So that title will now be taken out, and this one will be in. Anyways, next weekend, huge wrestling weekend in the Okanagan. Check it out. Mr. Kozina, thank you so much for your time, and I think it's just fitting, since you are heading to the Fale Dojo, who was in the Bullet Club. If I can get a 2 sweet off you.
I couldn't do that. I'm not part of the Bullet Club. It'd be sacrilege.
Oh, I got shut down. It is what it is, folks.
If I was Bullet Club, maybe I would, but I can't.
Well, you could. All right. I got shut down. Awesome. Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you very much for your interview. Take care, folks. We'll see you soon.